Am I the asshole for walking out of my husband's birthday dinner when his sister was complaining about her fertility? My husband's parents threw my husband a birthday dinner at their home last Saturday. During dinner, his sister announced she was pregnant with her 6th child. Everyone congratulated her, and my husband grew very quiet. He and I have been trying for a baby for 7 years now and only just saved enough money for IVF. Once the commotion about the new member of the family settled, my sister-in-law started her usual commentary on how much it sucks to be so fertile and how she feels like she'll just never be able to stop having kids because the pill and contraceptive injection both failed, and how she's not a good fit for an IUD. By the time she pointed out she's been pregnant so often, they don't even need to have full, anymore for her to get knocked up. I couldn't, and I just walked out. My husband followed me, and I could see he was holding back some tears too. He apologized for saying nothing. I said he didn't need to, that he was obviously struggling too. By the time we made it home, his parents had called to say how sorry they were and how none of that was meant to happen. His sister, on the other hand, called me a killjoy and a drama queen, and she told me it was rude to walk out after all her parents' hard work and for spoiling the celebration of a pregnancy. I hung up on her, and I really want to cry because her words stuck in my head. Since then, she and my husband got into a fight because she called me selfish and said I made the dinner about me instead of them. I wish that I could feel like she's totally wrong, but I worry that she might be right. So, am I the asshole for walking out of my husband's birthday dinner when his sister was complaining about her fertility? Am I the asshole for throwing away my pad at an acquaintance's house? I'm using a throwaway account because I'm really embarrassed about this. So, I met a dude on Tinder a few weeks ago, and we seemed to really hit it off. We had a lot of the same hobbies, and I felt a spark between us. I'm sure that he felt it too. After we got past the talking phase, we decided to meet at his house for coffee. It was great when I arrived. We talked a lot, and we even held hands. However, I was on the 3rd day of my period, and after a couple of hours, I needed to change my pad. I asked for the bathroom, and he directed me to it. After I finished changing, I noticed his trash can was really full. I wasn't sure what to do, so I wrapped it in toilet paper and sort of smoothed it into the trash can so it wasn't just sitting in the edge. We hung out for about an hour more, and he excuses himself to the bathroom. A few minutes pass by, and he comes out. He says he needs to talk with me. He says that I shouldn't have thrown away my pad because he might touch it when taking out the trash, and that it was gross and unsanitary. Apparently, he saw that the trash looked different, unwrapped the toilet paper, and saw my used pad. I was mortified. I apologized profusely, and he seemed to take it well. He just told me not to do it again, and if I needed to, just go walk a few blocks to a nearby grocery store to change. I left after that, not thinking too much of it. However, I've recounted the events to a few friends, and they think he's a major asshole. I'm not entirely sure. He was really kind about it and didn't seem to get angry, But I'm also starting to see their point too. It's a normal body process for people with a uterus, and I agree, should be more normalized. I'm just not sure what to think, and any judgment would be greatly appreciated. So, am I the asshole for throwing away my pad at an acquaintance's house that I met on Tinder? Am I the asshole for telling my mother-in-law I will continue celebrating my daughter's birthday every year despite what happened on this day? My husband, 37, passed away a year ago from a car accident when he was on his way to celebrate our daughter's 5th birthday. It was so sudden and devastating for my daughter especially. I got the news from my pastor, but I didn't interrupt my daughter's birthday and waited till the evening to tell my family. Generally, my relationship with my in-laws is good. They supported me throughout the hard period in the past months. Days ago was my husband's anniversary as well as my daughter's 6th birthday. Days prior, I brought up my daughter's birthday and asked my in-laws if they wanted to join us to plan something together since my daughter needed support. They were shocked that I was even thinking about, quote unquote, throwing a party, knowing that this is the same day my husband passed away. I told them I'd be taking the morning to celebrate his 1st anniversary, then celebrate my daughter's 6th birthday in the evening. My mother-in-law got mad and warned me about having a birthday party, but I cut the conversation right then. We met at the cemetery at noon. Then I got home at 4, just in time to start the birthday celebration. We had some of her supportive friends and parents come and brought handmade gifts for my daughter using pictures of her dad. After the party was over, one of my daughter's friend's mother posted pictures of it on Facebook, and my sister-in-law saw it by coincidence. My sister-in-law and her mother came over later and blew up at me for throwing my daughter a birthday party at her dad's anniversary, despite their disapproval. Mother-in-law said I was teaching my daughter to be callous with no sympathy instead of taking the day to mourn her father's death properly. I argued with them and said that my daughter deserves to have a birthday celebration just like any other normal kid, and sternly said I will continue to celebrate her birthday every year despite what happened. My mother-in-law said it was highly disrespectful of me and kept saying I messed up and caused the entire family more hurt on this awful day. I told her to leave, and she said she won't forget this massive display of disrespect I showed her and her family on her son's anniversary till the day she dies. This caused others to call me callous and irrational, and although my brother-in-law sided with me and said my daughter shouldn't suffer on top of her trauma, I felt like I might have been disrespectful to my in-laws. You know, I've seen a number of people asking what my husband would have wanted. My husband always felt excited whenever our daughter's birthday came. He experienced the loss of a child from his previous relationship, and it affected him and his personality a lot. He always told me that he was blessed to have our daughter in his life and took every chance he got to spend time with her, even though he used to work long shifts and wasn't always able to stay home with us. I have to say, in the couple weeks prior to his death, he stayed with us most of the days and constantly talked about missing us despite being right there with him. He was very emotional in those 2 weeks. So, am I the asshole for telling my mother-in-law I will continue celebrating my daughter's birthday every year despite what happened on this day?